A 25-year-old computer science graduate sits in a nondescript hotel room in China, fingers flying across a keyboard as millions of dollars flow from a Bangladeshi bank account into North Korean coffers. This is not fiction. This is the reality of modern warfare, which unfolds not on battlefields but in the shadows of cyberspace. While the world debates nuclear weapons and missile tests, North Korea has quietly assembled the most sophisticated and profitable hacking operation on Earth. In February 2025, North Korean hackers executed the largest cryptocurrency theft in history, stealing $1.5 billion in a single attack. That amount represents nearly half of North Korea's entire annual budget. Yet this record-breaking heist was just another day at the office for a cyber army which has turned computer screens into weapons and internet connections into highways for global crime. What makes this story even more remarkable is how a country with almost no internet access for its citizens has managed to create hackers who consistently outmaneuver the cybersecurity systems of the world's most advanced nations. The story begins in 1998 when North Korea created Bureau 121, a mysterious cyber warfare unit which would eventually grow into the most feared hacking organization in the world. But the roots of this digital empire stretch back even further, to the 1980s when North Korea's leadership recognized something that would prove prophetic. They understood that future conflicts would be fought with code as much as conventional weapons. Kim Jong-un once called cyber warfare an all-purpose sword, which guarantees ruthless striking capability alongside nuclear weapons and missiles. This was not empty rhetoric. North Korea has spent over 3 decades methodically building a cyber infrastructure, which allows an isolated and impoverished nation to reach across the globe and touch the most secure systems of its enemies. The transformation from a traditional military focus to cyber warfare began with a simple recognition. North Korea needed asymmetric weapons, which could level the playing field against technologically superior adversaries. Cyber attacks require relatively small investments, but can yield enormous returns. A few dozen skilled hackers operating from anywhere in the world can potentially cause more economic damage than entire military divisions. How does a country with virtually no internet create world-class hackers? The answer lies in one of the most sophisticated talent identification and development programs ever conceived. North Korea begins identifying future cyber warriors in elementary school. Students who excel in mathematics and science are selected for special programs which isolate them from normal society and immerse them in advanced computer education. These chosen children attend elite institutions like Kumsong First Middle School, where they learn programming languages before most kids learn to drive. The most promising students advance to Kim Il-sung University, or Kimchek University of Technology, where they study computer science alongside courses in political indoctrination. But the crown jewel of this educational pipeline is Mirim College, a secretive military institution which trains the hackers who will eventually join North Korea's cyber units. Mirim College operates more like a military academy than a traditional university. Students study 5 years of coursework which includes electronic engineering, command automation, programming, and something called South Korea's early warning system and how to respond to it. This is essentially a course in how to hack South Korean military networks. Graduates from Mirim are assigned to various bureaus within the Reconnaissance General Bureau, where they become the digital soldiers of North Korea's cyber army. The Reconnaissance General Bureau serves as the umbrella organization which coordinates North Korea's global intelligence and cyber operations. Established in 2009, the RGB consolidated various spy agencies into a single powerful entity which manages everything from traditional espionage to cutting-edge cyber warfare. Within the RGB, Bureau 121 specifically handles cyber operations, but the organization has evolved far beyond its original structure. The RGB operates with a level of coordination which would be impressive in any corporation. Different units specialize in different types of attacks. Some focus on financial theft, others on espionage, and still others on disruptive attacks designed to cause maximum chaos. This specialization allows North Korean hackers to become exceptionally skilled in their particular areas of expertise. What makes the RGB particularly dangerous is its global reach. North Korean hackers do not operate from within North Korea itself. Instead, they are deployed to countries like China, Russia, and Southeast Asian nations, where they can access high-speed internet connections and blend into local populations. These overseas operatives coordinate with research and development teams back in North Korea to constantly improve their capabilities. By the early 2000s, North Korean cyber operations had evolved into something unprecedented. The various hacking units began operating under the collective identity known as the Lazarus Group, named after the biblical figure who rose from the dead. This name proved prophetic as North Korean hackers demonstrated an uncanny ability to resurrect their operations even after major setbacks. The Lazarus Group's first major operation was called Operation Troy, which ran from 2009 to 2012. This campaign used distributed denial-of-service attacks to disrupt South Korean government websites. While technically unsophisticated compared to later operations, Operation Troy established North Korea as a serious cyber threat and provided valuable experience for the hackers who would later execute far more complex attacks. The group's capabilities evolved rapidly. By 2014, they were ready for their most audacious attack yet. Sony Pictures Entertainment was preparing to release a comedy film called The Interview, which depicted the assassination of Kim Jong-un. North Korean hackers operating under the name Guardians of Peace infiltrated Sony's networks and began releasing embarrassing internal emails and documents. The attack was so effective that Sony initially canceled the film's release. The Sony attack marked a turning point in North Korean cyber operations. While earlier attacks focused on espionage and disruption, the success at Sony demonstrated that cyber attacks could achieve strategic political objectives. But North Korea's leadership recognized an even more valuable opportunity. Banks around the world were rapidly digitizing their operations, creating new vulnerabilities which skilled hackers could exploit. In 2016, North Korean hackers attempted their most ambitious financial heist ever. They infiltrated the computer systems of Bangladesh Bank and tried to steal $1 billion from accounts held at the New York Federal Reserve. The attack was remarkably sophisticated, involving months of preparation and intimate knowledge of international banking systems. Although banking security measures prevented the full theft, the hackers still escaped with $81 million. This success opened the floodgates for what would become an unprecedented crime spree. North Korean hackers targeted banks in Ecuador, Vietnam, India, Poland, Mexico, and Taiwan. Each attack refined their techniques and demonstrated their growing sophistication. The hackers learned to exploit weaknesses in the SWIFT international banking system, which connects financial institutions around the world. In May 2017, the world woke up to discover that hundreds of thousands of computers across 150 countries had been infected by a ransomware attack called WannaCry. Hospitals in the United Kingdom could not access patient records. Factories in Germany shut down production lines. Train stations in Russia displayed error messages instead of departure times. The attack was so widespread and disruptive that it resembled a coordinated military assault on global infrastructure. Initially, security experts struggled to identify the attackers. The malware had been designed to spread automatically across networks, encrypting files and demanding ransom payments in Bitcoin. But as investigators analyzed the code, they discovered telltale signatures which pointed to North Korean involvement. The malware contained programming techniques and infrastructure which matched previous North Korean attacks. The WannaCry attack represented a new phase in cyber warfare. Unlike previous North Korean operations which targeted specific organizations, WannaCry was designed to spread indiscriminately and cause maximum disruption. The attack demonstrated that North Korea possessed weapons which could paralyze critical infrastructure anywhere in the world. It also showed that cyber weapons could have unintended consequences which even their creators could not fully control. As traditional banking systems strengthened their defenses against cyber attacks, North Korean hackers discovered a new and even more lucrative target. Cryptocurrency exchanges, which allow people to buy and sell digital currencies like Bitcoin, often operated with minimal security oversight. These exchanges held millions of dollars worth of digital assets, which existed only as computer code, making them perfect targets for skilled hackers. North Korean hackers adapted their techniques to exploit vulnerabilities in cryptocurrency systems. They learned to manipulate blockchain networks, steal private keys, and launder stolen funds through complex networks of digital wallets. The decentralized nature of cryptocurrency made it extremely difficult for law enforcement to track stolen funds, or recover losses. The scale of North Korean cryptocurrency theft grew exponentially. By 2024, security experts estimated that North Korean hackers had stolen over $3 billion in cryptocurrency since 2017. This money directly funded North Korea's nuclear weapons program and helped the regime survive international sanctions. Each successful crypto heist made North Korea more dangerous and more isolated from global financial systems. In March 2025, intelligence sources revealed that North Korea had established a new facility called Research Center 227. Unlike previous cyber units which focused on executing attacks, this center was designed specifically to develop artificial intelligence-powered hacking tools. The center operates 24 hours a day and employs 90 computer experts who specialize in automation systems and information security. Research Center 227 represents the next evolution of North Korean cyber warfare. The center is developing automated systems which can identify vulnerabilities, execute attacks, and launder stolen funds without human intervention. These AI-powered tools could potentially allow North Korea to scale up its cyber operations to unprecedented levels while reducing the risk of detection and attribution. The establishment of Research Center 227 also signals North Korea's recognition that cyber warfare is entering a new phase. As artificial intelligence becomes more sophisticated, the advantage will go to nations which can effectively integrate AI into their offensive cyber capabilities. North Korea appears determined to maintain its position as a leader in this domain. North Korean hackers employ a sophisticated array of techniques which rival those of major intelligence agencies. They begin most operations with social engineering attacks which exploit human psychology rather than technical vulnerabilities. Hackers pose as journalists, academics, or business partners to trick targets into opening malicious emails or visiting compromised websites. Once they gain initial access to a target network, North Korean hackers deploy custom malware, which allows them to move laterally through computer systems. They use techniques called living off the land, which leverage legitimate system tools to avoid detection by security software. This approach allows them to remain hidden in target networks for months while they map out valuable assets and plan their final attack. For financial operations, North Korean hackers have developed sophisticated money laundering networks which span multiple countries and currencies. They use cryptocurrency mixing services, shell companies, and traditional hawala banking systems to obscure the trail of stolen funds. This laundering infrastructure allows them to convert stolen digital assets into cash, which can be used to fund North Korean government operations. The international response to North Korean cyber operations has been fragmented and largely ineffective. While individual countries have imposed sanctions and issued indictments against specific hackers, these measures have failed to significantly impact North Korean cyber capabilities. The hackers operate from third countries and use false identities, making traditional law enforcement approaches largely useless. Some progress has been made through international cooperation. The United States, South Korea, and Japan have established joint cyber working groups which share intelligence about North Korean activities. Private cybersecurity companies have also played a crucial role in tracking and disrupting North Korean operations. However, these defensive measures struggle to keep pace with North Korean innovation. The fundamental challenge is that cyber attacks offer North Korea an asymmetric advantage which conventional deterrence cannot address. Traditional military retaliation against cyber attacks risks escalation, while economic sanctions have already been exhausted. This leaves the international community searching for new approaches to counter a threat which operates in the gray zone between peace and war. Behind the headlines about billion-dollar heists and international incidents are real human costs which often go unnoticed. Hospital patients have died when ransomware attacks disabled medical equipment. Small businesses have closed after losing their entire digital assets to North Korean hackers. Individuals have lost life savings stored in cryptocurrency exchanges, which were targeted by North Korean operations. The psychological impact extends far beyond direct victims. The knowledge that North Korean hackers can reach into any computer system anywhere in the world has created a climate of fear and uncertainty. Businesses invest billions of dollars in cybersecurity measures, which may prove inadequate against determined state-sponsored attackers. This defensive spending represents a massive drag on global economic productivity. Perhaps most troubling is the precedent which North Korean cyber operations have established. Other nations have observed North Korea's success and begun developing their own offensive cyber capabilities. The techniques pioneered by North Korean hackers are being copied and adapted by criminal organizations around the world, creating a multiplier effect which extends the impact of North Korean innovation far beyond its original scope. The financial scale of North Korean cyber operations is staggering when viewed in context. The $1.5 billion stolen in the February 2025 cryptocurrency heist represents nearly half of North Korea's official annual budget. Over the past decade, North Korean hackers have likely stolen more money than many small countries generate in gross domestic product. This money does not disappear into a vacuum. Intelligence analysts believe that approximately half of North Korea's missile and nuclear program funding comes from cyber operations. Every successful hack directly contributes to weapons development, which threatens regional and global security. The stolen funds also help the North Korean regime survive international sanctions and maintain its grip on power. The irony is profound. Money stolen from banks in Bangladesh, cryptocurrency exchanges in South Korea, and businesses around the world is being used to build missiles which could potentially target those same countries. North Korean cyber operations have created a perverse feedback loop where victims inadvertently fund the weapons which may one day be used against them. The establishment of Research Center 227 and its focus on artificial intelligence suggests that North Korean cyber operations will become even more sophisticated and dangerous in the coming years. AI-powered hacking tools could potentially automate many of the manual processes which currently limit the scale of cyber attacks. This could allow North Korea to dramatically increase the frequency and impact of its operations. The integration of artificial intelligence into cyber warfare also raises questions about control and attribution. Autonomous hacking systems might execute attacks which their creators never specifically authorized, creating new risks of accidental escalation. The ability to attribute attacks to specific actors could become even more difficult as AI systems learn to mimic the techniques of other hacking groups. Perhaps most concerning is the possibility that North Korean cyber capabilities could be shared with other hostile actors. The regime has a history of selling weapons technology to earn foreign currency, and cyber tools could represent a new export opportunity. The global proliferation of North Korean hacking techniques could create security challenges which extend far beyond the Korean peninsula. North Korea's cyber army represents something unprecedented in modern warfare. Never before has a small, isolated nation wielded such disproportionate power on the global stage through purely digital means. The hackers operating from hotel rooms in China and office buildings in Southeast Asia have become the most effective asymmetric weapon in North Korea's arsenal. The game between North Korean hackers and global cybersecurity defenses will likely continue for years to come. Each successful defense leads to new attack techniques, while each successful attack prompts improved security measures. This constant evolution ensures that North Korean cyber operations will remain a persistent and evolving threat to global security and economic stability. The ultimate question is whether the international community can develop effective responses to a threat which operates in the shadows and recognizes no borders. Traditional approaches to national security were designed for conventional threats which respect geographical boundaries and follow predictable patterns. North Korean cyber operations challenge these assumptions and force us to reconsider fundamental questions about sovereignty, deterrence, and international law in the digital age. The young hacker in the Chinese hotel room continues typing, unaware that their keystrokes are reshaping the global balance of power one stolen dollar at a time.